Hello, my name is Hunter, the movie reviewing pony, because when it comes to cinema, humans cannot be trusted. And if I have to come back here every week, I'm thinking I need a pay raise. Episode 5, Tanks for the Memories. Which admittedly I was hoping was an episode where the main six were to hijack a tank, go around Ponyville while playing the song. But then I probably would have been told to take them down with an anti-tank rifle. Instead, this week's episode focuses on Rainbow Dash. We fought alongside each other during the war, actually. And this episode also focuses on her pet, Tank. Another one of those characters that seems to get the minimum amount of screen time. Is it just me or have we been focusing on those a lot lately? Actually, this is probably the best episode of the season so far. You know, despite the horrible, awful, unquestionably horrible fact that Spike is in this episode. I don't care what you people say, I will never stop hating Spike. But regardless, it's not gonna stop me from reviewing this episode. So, without further ado, let's have a look at Tanks for the Memories. Not the Fall Out Boy song. So today's episode opens with Rainbow flying around. Which is nothing special, she does that every day.
Look at that, Tank. Cloudsdale's here.
Because apparently Cloudsdale moves now? Seriously, this is news to me. Why no Pony tell me that the entire frickin' city moved? Though it probably does explain why it takes my contacts in that city forever to get back to me. By the way, am I the only one who's worried that one of these days, Tank's helicopter propellers are gonna lop someone's head off? I mean, look how close they are to her neck. I'm not sure, but I think we have laws against that sort of thing. But anyway, Cloudsdale moves, so what does that mean exactly?
That means Ponyville is next up for winter.
No!
Winter's fucked up, the snow is too fucking thick.
As much as I'd hate to say it, winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Anyway, everything seems to be all fine and dandy until...
Was that a yawn I just saw?
Gasp! But no, Rainbow Dash had this whole winter thing planned out and everything. Like the time she built a massive snow wall around Ponyville and declared martial law. Oh, yeah, you better believe the MSS had a field day with that one. Thankfully, her plans for this winter aren't as crazy. And then Twilight shows up out of nowhere for some reason.
Does Tank look alright to you?
Well, besides the fact that he's breaking several safety standards, yeah, he's fine. Regardless, Rainbow Dash is quite worried about this. After this, we get our opening title sequence. Yeah, you know how it goes. Not even gonna bother with a joke this time. It's just the opening title sequence. There's so many times I can make a joke about it. Come back next week, maybe I'll have something. Anyway, Rainbow Dash does the first logical thing to do and consult an animal expert.
He's just going to hibernate.
And of course, Rainbow Dash doesn't like this at all.
You do realize he's not a bear, right?
Actually, I'm surprised Rainbow Dash doesn't know about this. I mean, don't they learn this stuff in grade school? I certainly did. But Rainbow Dash is in denial.
Come on! Tortoises don't hibernate! Some pony put that picture in there as a joke.
So Rainbow Dash leaves to consult a reptile expert.
I told you, Rainbow Dash, I'm a dragon!
Come on! You're practically twins!
Spike, I see you've got your own room now.
You don't have to hibernate. Why should
You must be very happy about that. Must be nice to have your own room over in that castle while I'm over here in my herb gardenless house. Anyway, Spike is 100% not helpful, as usual. And Rainbow Dash is still in denial. Meanwhile, winter is still coming!
Winter is coming!
Meanwhile, Rainbow Dash's denial has shifted to anger, as she takes it out on Pinkie Pie. It's about time someone yelled at her. She's loud, she's annoying, and she's always throwing parties until 2 a.m.
If you think you know, that napping thing is so cute, why don't you go do it? Somewhere far away from here!
I don't know what we're yelling about!
Every other pony in the main six takes notice of this.
What are you looking at? Pinkie Pie and I are just having a conversation!
We know how upset you are about Tank, but you shouldn't take your anger out on your friends.
Quiet!
A recent study indicated that no one wants to listen to Twilight's lessons anymore. So we gave Starlight Glimmer a temp job telling Twilight to be quiet whenever she starts.
Loud noises!
Yes, that'll do.
Who said anything about anger? I didn't say anything about anger. I'm not upset, and I am not angry. Do I look angry? Come on, Tank. Let's get out of here.
You know, contrary to what everyone thinks, Rainbow Dash is angry like 80% of the time. You should have seen her during the war. We didn't call her Shotgun Rain for nothing. She was terrifying then, and honestly, she's still kinda terrifying. But, we don't talk about the war. Anyway, sometime later at Rainbow Dash's Cloud House, and by the way, she is the only one in town who actually owns a cloud house, Rainbow Dash is thinking up various creative ways for Tank not to hibernate. Eventually, she comes to a horrible conclusion.
I'll just have to stop winter.
Huh. That's why I received kill orders on her the other day. Well, not kill, more like apprehend. By the way, that's a great Grinch face. Anyway, then we get this scene.
So, where do these clouds go?
Over by clear skies.
But there's clear skies everywhere. Yo, clear skies right here. But there's clear skies over there, too. That's open skies. There's open skies everywhere.
I'm not everywhere. I'm right here.
Wait, so you're open skies and you're clear skies, then what's all that?
Open clear skies.
Yes, are we shipping this? After that most interesting scene, we get a song, which we've been doing a lot of this season.
Okay, I know it's way too early to be addressing something like this, but I honestly think that this is the best song in Season 5 so far. All Fly is different than the usual songs that Daniel Ingram has composed. Rather than the usual pop that we get, it's more of a pop rock, which, if you ask me, is more suiting of Rainbow Dash anyway.
Dude.
But even with the change in genre, we still have everything the show's music is known for. The beautiful harmonies, the wonderful integration of Cindy Mara's lyrics, not to mention the combination of David Corman's sick guitar and drums, and Caleb Chan's stunning orchestration.
Hey, how the heck did that guy get back in the studio?
The song definitely reminded me of music I'd hear from more modern-day musicals. I think the first one that popped into my head was Defying Gravity from Wicked, although that may be because of Rainbow's choice to sing No Pony's Gonna Bring Me Down, but who knows. Actually, speaking of Wicked, did you all know that—
Dude!
Yeah!
Get the hell off my show!
Crap.
Anyway, yeah. There's a song. However, Rainbow Dash's efforts to screw up winter are fruitless, and winter is still coming.
And winter is coming!
So Rainbow Dash gets the horrible idea to try and blow up Cloudsdale. Okay, not blow up, more like blow up part of it, and that part being the weather factory. Okay, seriously, this is bordering on acts of terrorism. Are you really gonna go this far? Acts of terrorism? I actually have to go out and deal with that stuff. And let me tell you, a TVY rating isn't gonna save ya! Anyway, Rainbow Dash breaks into the weather factory, and no one questions the moving cloud. Though then again, the entire city is made of clouds, so... Also, I should question how Rainbow Dash is able to unscrew those screws, but I can't be bothered right now. Anyway, Rainbow and Tank managed to break into weather manufacturing, which is apparently more unguarded than the headquarters for the MSS. But what can I say? We're well hidden. This place isn't. So Rainbow Dash commits a few acts of terrorism. However, in the process, every single possible thing that could go wrong, goes wrong. And as a result, shit blows up. And that's why Rainbow Dash right now is under house arrest. God, we're pushovers nowadays.
What in the name of Celestia is going on up there?
Prepare yourselves, every pony. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Okay, for fuck's sake, how many times in Game of Thrones do they actually say winter is coming?
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. And winter is coming.
Too much. Anyway, winter finally comes to Ponyville in the form of a nuclear winter. You see what I did there? Yeah, I made it funny! By the way, no one questions why Rainbow Dash decided that she wanted to fuck everything up. What they cut out from this episode was the scene immediately after this where I tackled her to the ground. I didn't get much out of her because she had shifted over to depression mode. Then Fluttershy does this.
Rainbow Dash, your winter is going to be petless.
Too blunt. Okay, this is not the same pony that I watched tackle a griffin to the ground and then blow their head open with a shotgun. You've changed, Rainbow Dash. So, Rainbow Dash cries, and she cries, and she cries. Oh, and then the rest of them cry.
Look, every pony. I know how hard it is to say goodbye.
I'm mostly sad because you're not sad.
Well, the Applejack's not crying either.
Applejack cries on the inside, Twilight.
It's true.
Not sure how to feel about that. Anyway, Rainbow Dash finally accepts the fact that she has to give up Tank. I'm detecting a pattern here, actually. Can't quite put my finger on it, though.
What about the 5 stages of grief?
Holy shit! And how the hell did he get back in here? It was kinda subtle, but this episode actually went through the 5 stages of grief. I mean, think about it. It started with denial.
Come on, tortoises don't hibernate. Some pony put that picture in there as a joke.
And then that shifted over to anger.
Who said anything about anger? I didn't say anything about anger. I'm not upset, and I am not angry.
Then came the bargaining.
I'll just have to stop winter.
Then there was the depression.
How are you feeling, Rainbow Dash?
Whatever.
And then finally acceptance.
Oh, Tank, I'm sure gonna miss you.
For a kid's show to do this is actually kind of impressive. So finally, the episode ends, Tank digs himself a hole in the ground, and Rainbow Dash reads a book. And then I hole up in my house for the next several months because it's frickin' freezing outside. My socks do not cut it! This is probably the best episode of the season so far. We may have ended up getting rid of another character that gets the minimum amount of screen time, but other than that, the episode just frickin' works. As a kid's show, it's a good way of showing children that you're not the only one who goes through the 5 stages of grief, everyone else does that. And that's another thing, there's subtle usage of the 5 stages of grief. I don't know why, it's just freaking genius. If only we had writing like this back in Season 3, maybe it would have gone better. Overall, once again, this is probably the best episode of the season so far. Though then again, we're still pretty early in and there's plenty of room for improvement. But otherwise, this was a fantastic episode. And given that Rainbow Dash's little acts of terrorism were all caught on film, I don't have to bother filing a report. Yes! That's more work off of my plate for once. My name is Hunter, and this has been a Hunter Review. And now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go sit by the fire for the next several months with my laptop. It's flippin' freezing outside! I thought I told you not to call me at this number. Talk fast, this isn't a secure line. The General went into hiding after he went rogue, we all know that. Yes, we have reason to believe that he's somewhere in the Arctic. Right. By all means, I'm always at the MSS's disposal. Yes, Princess Luda, of course.